write me a ad copy for a Facebook ad. Make it shorter and funnier. There we go. What is up, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to generate your very own final expense or term life insurance leads on Facebook, updated for 2023. Now, I did another one of these videos last year, but quite a bit has changed. So I want to update you guys on, some more of the cool tips and tricks that you can use, and also some of the hacks that nobody else will tell you about that are going to level up your game as far as insurance sales go, and also lead generation coming into the new year. When you start to run Facebook ads, there's a couple steps that you need to do. And some of these are kind of like more technical things, like setting up your ad account and getting that all set up. Now, I have another video. I'm not going to like rehash how to set up your business manager or ad account. I will put a card to the video where I, go through everything, the 2022 version, and just watch about, I think it's maybe the first 5 to 7 minutes. And that's literally just me showing you how to set up your ad account so that you can start generating leads. But I'm going to assume that you already have an ad account, you already have a business manager made, maybe even already have a Facebook page made. I'm not going to cover any of that. All that I'm going to cover here is the ad creation, the ad copy, and the headline writing, because that's the most important part, as well as how to set up the campaign and how to actually get those leads into either your CRM or into a spreadsheet. So that's what we're going to cover here. If you want how to set up an ad account, how to set up a page, again, there's going to be a card to that video that details through all of that. Without any further ado, let's go straight into creating your ad, right? Now, there's a couple different types of ads that you can use. As I mentioned earlier, ideally, you want to transition to a point where you're using video ads and photo ads. You want to use a blend and see what performs better for your audience and your account. In this example, I'm going to show you guys how to create an image ad, and I'm also going to give you a little nugget so that you guys can start to create your own video ads as well. So what I always use is a software called Canva. And the thing about Canva, it's super easy to use, and it's basically like a graphic designing software. So what I always do is I'll go to create a design. I'll do Instagram post square. I like it to be 1080 by 1080. And first, I'm going to show you guys how to create a final expense ad, and then we're going to look at creating like a term life insurance ad. What I'll do is I'll go to elements, and I will always look up, something. For example, you can look up casket, and you can find pictures of a casket. You can look up a senior. You could look up family, because ultimately they're buying life insurance to protect their family. I could look up a check, like a money check, not like a check mark. Honestly, I don't really like any of these photos of a check. So what I'm going to go with is a casket. It tends to be the most simple and high performing type of image. So I could use something like this, for example. Could use this one. I really like this one. This is the one I'm going to use, but I'm going to show you guys a couple more examples. And so the reason that I like this image so much is if you look at it, it's very bright and it's very attention grabbing. So when I look at this image, if I'm scrolling through Facebook, honestly, this is the first time I've ever seen a rainbow casket. So if I see this on Facebook or Instagram, it's going to catch my attention, right? At the very least, it's going to get a few seconds of my attention, try to tell me what it's about. This is also a pretty solid one right here. It's a little dark, but if we use some contrasting colors, I think that would look good. This one is decent right here with the rose. This one looks decent. This one also I mentioned before. You could scroll through this. There's a few more different options to, find some photos of caskets right here, but I'm going to go with this one for the sake of this video. So then what I want to do, and for those of you that have never used Canva, you literally just drag the image over or you click on it. But what I also want to do is I want to grab a square right here. So I just click on the square. If you can't find it, you can literally just type in square and it'll pop up right there next to lines and shapes. So what I want to do is I want to drag it right here and fill in this dead space. And I'm going to copy and paste this and drag it to the bottom. So now it's kind of being framed by this square right here, or rectangle, I guess it is now. And so what I want to do is I'm going to change the color of this. This purple looks okay. So we'll go with that for now. And then what I want to do is I'll go to text, add a heading. And I'm going to drag this out and pull it up here. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some text, because again, the image is very attention grabbing, but I also want some text so they have a little bit of context behind it. And I'm also going to paste that. I'm going to change the font first before I paste it. I always like Montserrat extra bold. It's very easy to read, but also a clean font. So what I'll do here is I'll say breaking new, or let's see, state approves new burial fund, new $30,000 burial fund. And so obviously, like, you look at this now, it looks freaking terrible. So what I'll do is I will drag this across, and then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and basically like what I'm trying to do is achieve some symmetry here. So it looks, kind of nice. Bring the line spacing down, right? And this is, super crazy or technical with this. I like it to look clean. It's very important. And so I'm going to make this font. I'm actually going to make it white. And this is a little hack for you guys. If you go to effects, lift, and then turn it all the way up, you see the difference right there between this versus this. It just pops that much more, right? It's a very minute difference, but it makes a difference in the conversions on the ad. We found that. Now I'm also going to change new to all caps. Okay, breaking state approves new $30,000 burial fund. I can change this to 35,000. I can change this to 25,000, but for this sake, I will just leave it at 30,000. Now I'm going to copy this text because I've already applied all of my little settings to it. And I'll just say click learn more to see if you qualify. And I'm going to drag this out. Actually, I'll just say click learn more. One thing that I've realized is oftentimes less is more in your ads, right? Believe it or not, less is more. The less people have to read, the less people have to do, the simpler the message, the more leads you get, and the more sales you ultimately make. Now, I mentioned this purple earlier. I could change it to black. I could change it to red, like a bright red. We've seen that always performs well as a bright red. I think that might actually be the best right there. So breaking state approves new $30,000 burial fund. This ad right here is perfect, ready to run. Honestly, I might save this and run it on my own campaigns because I'm honestly going to do that. I'm going to share this with you guys too, though. Don't worry. We're all about sharing with our audience. And while I mention that, we have a Facebook group where I go more in depth teaching you guys how to run Facebook ads. We teach you guys how to increase your sales and insurance. We have like about 1,600 members right now, and it's growing every single day. Great place to network, meet people, and expand your business. So if you want to join, there's a link down below. I also have another free mini course that breaks down lead generation on Facebook and goes even more in depth into like the sales process behind it. So click the link down below. You can join the Facebook group. It's entirely free. We also do live trainings there every week, so you can ask me questions that may come up. Also, I want to give you guys another alternative because some people don't like using the state burial fund thing, which I totally get. It can be like, you could say it's like slightly misleading, but it just converts. And when you get people on the phone, oftentimes they don't like, some people think it's free, but those people aren't going to buy anyway, right? And so I personally don't have an issue with it, but if you do, you can use something like this. Protect your family for as little as $1 per day, right? So I could use something like that as the ad copy, or not as the ad copy for the image there. Or I could say cover your funeral for as little as $1 per day. Right, so that's another option right there that I could use. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get a template link for this so that you guys can copy it and edit it and, mess around and change this if you want. So I'll just copy a link to this template and I'm going to paste it down below here so that you guys can use it. Change the font and then there we go. So I'm going to share that. Click the link down below this video to get access to that ad that I just made there.
Guys, listen up. I hate to stop the video, but you have to listen to this. So there's a group of insurance agents who are silently changing the way the business is done. They have over 1,000 people and it's growing every single day. Basically, there's a training every single week on Tuesday and Thursday that teaches you, 1, how to generate your own leads, and 2, how to write more business. Here's a free Facebook group. All you need to do to join is click the link down below. We even give you a free mini course, give you tons of sales tips and teaching you how to set up your own ads. Completely free. All you need to do is click the link down below in the description. See you there.
Wait, kid, where are you running from?
Shady lead vendors and IMOs. Come on, let's go.
So the next part is, and this is super exciting, guys. This is one of the biggest changes that is made in 2023 is now we're going to write the ad copy. Now, traditionally, what you had to do, kind of get an idea of what you wanted to say and literally just write out and type. Now, the problem is for a lot of people, there's some friction when it comes to creativity. Some people just aren't as creative as others. Some people aren't natural born copywriters, even though they may be natural born salespeople. So there is a new tool where you literally don't even have to write the ad copy. Right. It's crazy. Now, honestly, I don't even know if I want to share this with you guys because it's one of our secrets that we're using now, but this is called ChatGPT, right? So this is a very intelligent artificial intelligence that you can use to write your ad copy for you. So for example, watch this. So I will tell it, write me a short ad copy for a Facebook ad talking about why seniors 50 and up should buy life insurance to cover the cost cost of a funeral. And here we go. So it says, as we age, it's important to plan for the unexpected. Life insurance, honestly, I'll tell you what, I hate this. I completely hate this ad copy that it just wrote right here. So what I'm going to say is make it shorter and funnier. There we go. This is much better. Hey, seniors 50 and up, time to face the music and get life insurance. Trust us, your family will thank you when they're not stuck with a hefty funeral bill. And hey, at least you'll get a nice send off. Get a quote today and let the good times and coverage roll. All right. Now write me 3 more variations. Can you believe this? This is a freaking robot right here writing this. Don't leave your family in a pickle when you're gone. Get life insurance to cover the cost of your funeral and give your loved ones some financial peace of mind. It's a small price to pay for a big favor. Seniors 50 and up, get a quote now. So now I literally have 4 variations of ad copy at the snap of my fingers, okay? I can test this on Facebook. I didn't have to write a thing. Now I will tell you, it's not a professional copywriter. It does a good job, but sometimes there can still be holes, right? So it's not flawless, it's not perfect, but it works, right? If you guys want, professional copywriting, if you guys want us to handle it for you, we can still do that. I do want to give you guys this tool because I feel wrong not. It's amazing and it works, right? But if you want us to do it, we know it works on Facebook because this is all we do. We test this all the time, final expense and term. So this is literally what we do for a living. So if you want us to help you with the copywriting, we will definitely do that as well. And that is a service that we offer. If you're more interested in that, click the link down below where it says book a call with John. He's our account success manager and deals with, all of our sales and things like that. So he can help, get set up with working with us. But for everyone else, if you don't like writing ad copy or, maybe it's a pain in the ass, here is some free game. This will absolutely save you tons of time and make you thousands of dollars. Now write a 5-word headline for the same ad. Write me 5 variations. And that's how you write ad copy and headline in 2023. It's a new world. We got to adapt or die. So chat.openai.com. I will also leave a link to that down below. Now, I also wanted to mention because the big thing is video scripts, right? So you can also use this for video scripts. Again, we can also help you with video scripts. It's going to be a little bit more dialed in, but if you want, you could also use this. We'll help you with editing the videos, but this will just help you with, getting a script. So for example, write me a 5-second funny video script about same ad. So I'm just going to wait as it writes. And, this is pretty solid right here. Hey, seniors 50 and up, it's time to think about the inevitable, death. But don't worry, we've got you covered. With life insurance, you can protect your loved ones from the financial burden of your funeral. And hey, at least you'll get a nice send-off. So don't leave your family in a pickle. Get a quote today and let the good times and coverage roll. Boom. Click the link down or click learn more to get a free quote in 5 minutes or less. Something like that. Then I can just say, write me 5 variations. If I wanted more options or if I didn't really like what it came up with. Death may be inevitable. That doesn't mean your family has to suffer the financial consequences. Get life insurance to cover your funeral costs and get your loved ones, right? I mean, these are solid, guys. These are not bad by any means. They're not perfect. There's still some holes in them that I would personally change, but these are very solid. So what I'm going to do is I'll go add copy and I'm going to copy some of these variations that I just got, right? Copy, paste, copy, paste. So I'm just going to use 2 for this video here. I'm also going to get some headlines. Remove this little highlight thing that it's doing. Make all this black. There we go. So let's get some headlines here. Got a few different variations. Perfect. So got my ad copy, I got my headlines, I got my ad made. Now let's go into Facebook and put it all together. So I'll go to the ads manager. Now again, if you guys need help with getting a page or getting your ad account and business manager set up, there's a card or a link down below to that free video showing you how to do it. I'm not covering that in this video because I don't want this to be, an hour-long video, but all of that is also available on YouTube. So first thing we're going to do is go over here and click create, and we're creating a new campaign. The campaign objective should be leads, and then click continue. Leave all of this other stuff the same. And then for the name, what I'll usually call it, we run multiple campaigns within our own account. So I'll always call it like the agent name, the product they're selling, and then leads, right? For you could literally just call it your name. I'll just use my name. So Tim Shooker leads, because we're doing final expense in this example. If you guys want me to do a term video updated for 2023, let me know and I'll do it as well. I mentioned a term ad earlier, but for this, I'm just going to do final expense for the sake of time. If you guys want the term video, comment term below this video and I will be sure to make that. Now for this, all we need to do is change the campaign name here. Don't mess with any of this other stuff, A/B test or campaign budget. We're not going to touch any of that. So then we're going to go to our ad set. And for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test 2 different ad sets to start off with. Both are going to be at $20 a day. I always like to start my campaigns with 40 a day and then kind of scale up from there. But 40 a day is kind of the minimum. If you go lower than that, you're not really going to have enough of a sample size. But 40 a day is not too expensive, but it also gives Facebook time to learn, right? So this first one, I'm going to do no targeting, right? And that basically just means I'm not going to do any interests in this ad set. The audience is going to be no interest targeting, but I am going to do 50 plus because we're selling final expense. For the conversion location, always leave it on instant form. This is the easiest thing to set up, and it's also the easiest way to become a lead, which means you're going to get a higher volume of leads and ultimately close more deals. For the Facebook page, just select whatever page you're going to use. Okay, don't worry about this. And then for daily budget, we're going to do $20 per day. The start date will be the next day. As you guys can see, I'm literally filming this the first day of January. So this is literally updated for 2023. You're going to always have it start on the following day. So January 2nd of 2023 would be that day at 12 a.m. Okay. Now the reason you do this is because let's say right now it's 6:05. If I start this ad right now, it's going to take Facebook a couple hours to approve it. Once they approve it, they're going to try to spend all of my budget within 4 hours, which is, a shit show. So I don't do that. Custom audiences, don't mess with that. For locations, this is where you select your state. Always do people living in, not people living or recently in. So if I wanted to do Arizona, right, I can just do that. New Mexico, literally just do Mexico, and you click it there. So that's how you select the states. If I wanted to do a city, let's say I live in LA, go Los Angeles, and then I can also do a radius, right? As you can see, so I have LA right here. LA is a pretty populous city and the traffic sucks. So let's say I'm doing face-to-face. I probably only want to do a 10-mile radius, but as you can see, that's still 4.5 million people. So it still works out. So that's how you do radius. Now, let's say this is an example where this could take place. Let's say I'm running final expense in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I actually just flew out of yesterday. So Charlotte, North Carolina. And let's say I'm running final expense local face-to-face. Now this is also applicable to other states, but this is just one I know where it would happen. As you can see, I'll zoom out so you guys can definitely see it overlaps into South Carolina. But what if I'm not licensed in South Carolina? So I can do Charlotte, 25-mile radius around, where it says include right here, I can change to exclude and then say South Carolina. So in Charlotte, but not in South Carolina. And so now this whole bottom part of the circle here, I'm not going to show it to anyone in South Carolina, so I'm not going to get leads that I can't work. So that's how you do the location stuff. For the age, obviously we'll want to do 50 to 65 plus. If you're doing term, it differs. Again, guys, if you want to see a term video, comment down below and I'll be sure to make it for you. So you do 50 to 65 plus. All genders, and then detailed targeting, click on that and then uncheck this box. So we're doing no targeting at all. We're just targeting everyone in that area, 50 plus, and I will just delete these. I'll just do North Carolina and Arizona. Include North Carolina and Arizona. So those would be my 2 locations. So I'm going to scroll down. Again, I leave all of that blank and now I hit next. So here we're going to want to do our ad. I'll do ad number 1. What I usually do is I'll do the photo. So ad number 1, for example, would be my photo, and then the ad copy. So ad copy number 1, and then headline number 1. Okay. And now the reason I number them all separately is because what I'll do is as I start to see things that are working, I'll mix and match the different ads, ad copies, and headlines to find the winning combination. It's basically like you're trying to open a locker and you just want to test different combinations. Same thing with ads. So if I label it this way, I know which thing is performing the best, right? Uncheck multi-advertiser ads, and then where it says media, I'll just click delete. I'll do add media, add image, and I'm going to drag this image right here, and then I'm going to wait for it to process, and then hit next again, and then done. I don't want to mess with any of the standard enhancements or anything like that. And then for primary text, I'm going to go back here. I'll grab my first ad copy, go back to Facebook, and I'll just paste it. And then I'll add click learn more to get a quote. I always want to include my call to action. Get a quote and let the good times and coverage roll. Now, what also works really well is if you add emojis in here. So I could do a stop sign. Stop signs tend to work pretty well. So, hey, seniors 50 up, time to face the music and get life insurance, right? Something like that. And then for the headline, go back here and I'll just grab this first one, go to ads manager, and I will just paste it in the headline box. Now for the call to action, I always do learn more. I've noticed that it's a low friction question or low friction call to action. If I do get quote or buy now or sign up, people are less likely to take that action. So I'm going to create a form from scratch to walk you guys through the process. That's everything you do with the ad, but here is the form. This is what they're actually going to fill out. So I'll call this test form. I always do it for more volume. The higher intent just makes them confirm all their stuff, but it really just adds more friction and makes it harder to become a lead. So I personally don't do that. The intro, you can upload an image, like an American flag or the flag of the state you're working in, or if you're in the ad, you can upload yourself. For the headline, I'll just say, see if you qualify for up to 30,000 in coverage, and then take this short quiz to see if you qualify for the state regulated final expense program. And then for the questions, what I always do is I'll do one multiple choice question and then one question when they have to answer it, fill something in. So for the multiple choice, I can do let's say, if you qualify, who will be your beneficiary? And then I can just say child, sibling, parent, or friend / other family member. And then I'll also add another question that's a short answer question. And so this can be something like favorite hobby, favorite color. If you're targeting parents, I like to do what were your kids' first words? I like to do something kind of obscure or abstract. So let's say, what color are your eyes? No, that's kind of creepy. I'm not going to do that. But that would be a good example, something along those lines, but that's really invasive and creepy. So we're not going to do that one. Let's see, what was your first car, right? That way, when I call them, it's hey, you said your first car was a 1959 Cadillac? Wow, that's so cool. All of a sudden, I'm right into rapport building and I can go straight into the sale. So that is my philosophy behind that. So the questions are done. Now the privacy policy, I'm going to give you guys some more free game right here. But a privacy policy generator right here. Here it is, privacy policy generator.info. You just type in, your company name, the different prompts here. I'm going to copy this so that you guys have it. So that you just copy and paste the privacy policy. I'm just going to copy this for the sake of this video because I'm not actually going to run this campaign, but you just go through these prompts right here on the right, put in your name, your company name, website URL. If you don't have that, that's totally fine. Just put in your email address or something, and then you'll post a link to the privacy policy. I'll just do google.com for this example. Don't do google.com, but that's where you'll paste your privacy policy link. And then I'll just say privacy policy. Then I want to add a custom disclaimer. Basically, this will be so they opt into TCPA. So I'll say by clicking submit, you are agreeing for whatever the page's name is or whatever your agency name is to contact you by phone, text, and email. That way, when you text and email or call these people, you're not going to get, a lawsuit. So I don't have an example for this in the video, but we have a paid course that goes more in depth how to, generate your own leads. We teach you 8 different methods for creating ads and all that kind of stuff. Go way more in depth. And I have a custom disclaimer in that course. There'll be a link down below if you guys want to hop into that. But for this example, I will not add the custom disclaimer. But again, when you set this up, make sure that you do. If you don't know what to say there, you can just Google TCPA opt-in and you'll be able to find something there. So the message for the leads, this is very important. What I always say is wait, there's one more step, because they just filled out the survey, right? They're expecting to be, told if they qualify, but there's one more step. So what you can do, and this is really cool, you can actually get live transfers. So you can do call business and then put your number. And so I'll just put in a random number for this example, or you can have them go to your calendar landing page, which if you do that, you would just do view website instead. And then the call to action text, I'll just say, see if I qualify. And then I said, wait, there's one more step. Click see if I qualify below to check your eligibility with, Tim Shooker. Just put your own name, your assigned agent in 5 minutes or less. That way, they click see if I qualify, hop on the phone, and I can just close them right there on the spot. So I hit publish. Oh, and then I almost missed this part. This is the actual information you're collecting. So it's automatically defaults to just email and first name. I'm going to delete this. I always do first name, last name, email, phone number, street address, city, state, zip code, and then also I will ask for their date of birth because that's very important for life insurance. And then this right here where you enter a message, this is you telling them what you're using their information for. So for this, I'll say, we will use your information to contact you regarding your results. And then I just hit publish. Okay, so it's going to make me upload an image right here. I'm just going to upload this photo of Julian and I right here. Obviously, you would want to upload like an American flag or your face or a headshot or something like that. But I'll just hit publish because this is just for an example. As you guys can see, I got, my text, I got the image, I got my instant form, and all of that is set up. Now, if I want to integrate it with the CRM, we do offer a CRM as well. It's built out entirely for life insurance telesales. Text your clients, auto books appointments, sends them appointment reminders to decrease on no-shows. We also have some really cool stuff to decrease chargebacks as well, which when I was in the field, that was one of my biggest headaches was dealing with chargebacks. So we will also have a free trial, free 14-day free trial. And if you want, you can have all of the leads you generate on Facebook sent straight to the CRM and it'll book those appointments for you. If you guys want to do that, there's a video in the CRM once you guys do the free trial that shows you how to set all that up. But for this example, I'm going to show you how to use Zapier to set this up. So what I'll do is I'll publish this ad, and then you would want to make 3 different variations. So again, you could just go back in here and test different images or test different things. You guys have the template link so you can mess around with this. And then on the ad set, I would duplicate this ad set and then I would test an interest, right? So I could test like family, I could test, Walmart. You'd be surprised. A lot of people that buy Final Expense also shop at Walmart, shocker. So what I can do is I'll go to detailed targeting and then I'll just add in, let's say I want to target family social construct. And this is also going to be a massive audience, but it's going to be people that are like more family oriented on Facebook. And you want to test and see which of these 2 ad sets or which of these 2 audiences perform better, right? And then that would be your winner. So I set up the 2 different ad sets. I have my ad set up. Now all I would do is wait and see once this gets approved and see how it performs, which I'm sure it would perform great. This is a killer ad right here. That's basically how you set up the campaign. Now I'm going to show you guys how to actually get those leads out. That's very important. So I'll use a software called Zapier, if I'm not having it go into the CRM. Zapier, I think it's like $29 a month. So you guys can get this, and there's a ton of other stuff you can do with it too. But for this example, I'll just show you how to do it for leads. So you do create Zap. For the trigger, you'll want to find Facebook lead ads. The event, do new lead. Click continue. You'll want to connect your account. Mine's already connected, so I'll just hit continue here. For the page, just select the page that you are using. And for the form, you just select the form that you just created. And then I'll just test the trigger. It's going to do like a sample ad for me. I'm going to hit continue. And then for the action, I want it to be zapped into a Google Sheet. So I will do create multiple spreadsheet rows. Click continue. I'm going to choose the account, which I already have my Google account integrated. So you'll integrate that if you haven't done it yet. Click continue. For the drive, just do my Google Drive and then find the spreadsheet. This one is called leads spreadsheet, and then worksheet. For worksheet, it'll always be sheet number 1. And then time created, I'll just find and I'll map all of these different fields. So time created is created time, first name, last name, email. You guys get the picture. You just go through the line and do all this. And then beneficiary, high school mascot. High school mascot is one of the questions that we ask, but I'm going to give you guys access to the sheet. You can just change this to whatever. So this will be like input question. You guys can just change this to whatever you want. If you do like first car or something like that, that's where that would be mapped. And then you would just hit continue. Obviously you'd want to finish mapping that. You just do test action. And then also if you want to get a notification, you can do plus, and you can do like Outlook or Gmail. And then you would just go through this. So I could do like send email, continue, just pick your own account. And then you could go through and have it send you an email every time you get a new lead. And then you could go check it on the spreadsheet. You can include a link to the spreadsheet in the email that's sent to you so that you can get all of that information. So that right there, guys, is how to set up your very own final expense campaign on Facebook in 2023. The future is here, guys. We're using artificial intelligence to write ad copy and video scripts. I mean, this is freaking crazy. If you're not taking advantage of this, you're going to ultimately, fall by the wayside, and younger agents or agents that are just willing to adapt will overtake you. So that's going to wrap up this video. Again, guys, join that free Facebook group to get more live training that is similar to this, so you guys can learn to generate your own leads and ultimately take your business to the next level. Click that subscribe button down below if you guys got value from this. Comment down below what you want to see next from us. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Peace.